The title of our presentation is Spelling Errors of Dyslexic Learners in Greek and English. I'm Sofia Tsakalidou, postdoctoral researcher in the Department of German Language and Literature, Aristotle University of Thessaloniki, and principal of the 3rd Junior High School of Mikra, and a foreign language educator with 23 years of teaching experience. The contents of our presentation are introduction, Greek as the first language of learners with dyslexia, English as the first language and first foreign language of learners with dyslexia, conclusion and references. We investigate the spelling errors of learners with dyslexia across two language systems, Greek and English, focusing on their role as first and foreign languages. Our analysis is grounded in existing literature and the findings from the author's doctoral research. In the present study, we examined the spelling difficulties of dyslexic learners of German as a second foreign language. The aim of the study was twofold: the comparative analysis of the spelling difficulties across two populations, and the evaluation of the effectiveness of spelling intervention concerning learners with dyslexia. The study's unique sample comprises learners whose first language is Greek and whose first foreign language is English. To ensure a robust research foundation, an extensive literature review on these two language systems was conducted, informing the development of research tools such as the spelling test and the phonological awareness test. We analyzed specifically dyslexic learners' spelling errors in two contexts: Greek as a first language and English as both a first language and a first foreign language, providing insights into the cross-linguistic manifestations of dyslexia. Regarding Greek as the learner's first language, the most common spelling errors made by primary school learners in general are shown in this table. The variety in the writing of the sound E, the simultaneous presence of epsilon and alpha iota in the same word, the sound in both cases is E, the writing of the combination af and f, the pronunciation of s as z, two identical consonants in the same word, the suffixes omega and me of the verbs, the suffixes inos, opos, otos, and odis of the adjectives, the spelling exceptions in the writing of the verbs with the suffix iso and the feminine nouns with the suffix ia. In addition and in more detail, Tsakalidou reports the following spelling errors in primary school learners with specific learning difficulties according to the findings recorded using the standardized spelling test in the Greek language by Mouzaki, Protopopoulos, Sideridis, and Simos. Deviations in the grapheme-phoneme correspondence, omitting or replacing graphemes, simplifying or reversing two-digit graphemes, phonological errors that may arise from the vague knowledge of the phonetic structural elements. Learners may encounter spelling difficulties in endings where there's extensive similarity in sound but different spelling. Spelling difficulties which are caused by the phonographic discrepancies of the Greek language. Errors in the accentuation, the correct use of uppercase and lowercase letters, and punctuation. More examples and details are to be found in the proceedings of the conference. The spelling difficulties of learners with dyslexia learning English as a first language is an issue examined in the literature. To sum up, the spelling difficulties could be grouped as follows, and you can also view some examples for each case mentioned. Confusing letters and sounds. Confusing letters that look similar. Confusing letters that sound similar. Confusing sounds and omitting vowels in certain syllables. Errors in homophones. Serialization and structure errors. Errors in grammatical suffixes, serialization errors, omitting the schwa sound, errors with the boundaries of words, writing the same word in various ways, and omitting or adding syllables and or letters. Consonant and vowel errors, phonetic and phonological errors, omitting sounds and graphemes, simplifying consonant clusters, errors in voiceless consonants or silent consonants, phoneme substitution, errors in the phonemic transcription of the word, using the letter names to write long vowels, writing words exactly as they are heard. Consonant cluster errors, simplification and replacement of consonant clusters. Some learners with dyslexia use consonant clusters incorrectly. In conclusion, spelling is a basic skill as well as a means of acquiring knowledge over the school years. Moreover, it's a complex cognitive process which can be challenging for learners with specific learning difficulties, dyslexia, in their mother language as well as when learning a foreign language. Our analysis reveals that spelling errors among learners with dyslexia are remarkably consistent across both Greek and English languages when conducting a cross-language comparison. The errors identified are not only prevalent among dyslexic learners, but also observed in their non-dyslexic peers. However, dyslexic learners exhibit a higher frequency of these errors. This finding underscores the importance of educators being acutely aware of the specific error patterns that dyslexic learners may exhibit. The pedagogical objective of analyzing spelling errors is to pinpoint individual learner weaknesses, enabling targeted interventions such as specialized instruction or differentiated teaching strategies. Without a clear understanding of the types and frequencies of errors made by learners with dyslexia, it's challenging to diagnose their specific difficulties accurately, assess their knowledge and skill gaps, or select appropriate instructional materials to effectively address these challenges. Here you can view the references used for this presentation. Thank you very much.